Stoner Origin Stories with Demi York and B. Gutierrez.
Sushi, because I'm definitely allergic to shellfish, so I avoid it.
You haven't lived yet.
I haven't lived. No,
fair enough.
I'm just chilling in limbo, like a little bit.
You have sex. It's like you have sex, but you don't get blowjobs.
Exactly. Yeah, I get.
Poor Demi wants to live. That's why you don't, right?
I have sex, but I've never come completely. Is basically what it comes down to. Yeah, so I'm a woman.
Like oysters, fire.
Yeah, couldn't do them. I
Oysters.
died.
With some horseradish
See what I mean?
My dad got really stoned the other day and called me. He was like, if you're going to kill yourself, how would you do it? And I was like, I'd eat shrimp. I want to know what it tastes like. I would just be like, I'm just going to eat a bunch of shellfish and like just let myself go out that way.
Oh,
that's not a bad way.
Ocean boogers all day. They're so good. Yeah.
What did you call them? Ocean boogers?
Oysters are ocean boogers.
Like little roach. They're like the roaches of the
sea.
I
don't look at them.
They're like the roaches of the sea. They're like the roaches of the sea.
That's what shrimp is. Yeah,
yeah, literally. They're at the bottom eating all the other fucking animals' poop and shit, and then we eat it straight up. It sounds nasty. It is. That's why
I'm so happy. You're so happy.
You're like, never mind. I'm not dying like that, Dad. You're calling your dad back. Do not let me die like that.
I retract my previous statement. I'm actually not into that. Oh my god.
Yeah, lobster too. They're at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, bomb.
Crab.
I don't even give a fuck.
No, I used to always look at those little bitches in like the tank in like the grocery store, and I'd be like, "What a sad life! You're just waiting there to be boiled the fuck alive." Oh. Sushi at home. Such a cheap date.
Sometimes. That's like on the third date, dude. Fourth date. That's not first date activities.
Okay,
no, first date activities, you know I ball out. Come on, you know me, I ball out.
So like no, third date, I think it's hot if like a person is like, come over. Yeah. Come over, let's cook.
I already balled out.
Let's cook, let's watch a movie. And by watch a movie, I mean let's fuck. Yeah. Sushi's an aphrodisiac in a different way, right? I don't know. I don't need it, but
shellfish is absolutely like a medically.
I know oysters is like the thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sea boogies.
Yeah. Ocean boogers.
Whatever. Sea boogies. I like sea boogies better.
Sea boogies.
Sea boogie. Welcome to Stoner Origin
Everything
Stories.
Demi says has to be cuter.
Yeah.
Sea boogies.
Welcome to our podcast for the day. This is Stoner Origin Stories. We have two special guests. Today we have my dog Moose, who's fine. We love her. And we also have the amazing XG or Xavier. I don't know how you want to be brought on today, but I call him XG.
That's fine. XG's cool. I like XG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's thanks to Sam Tripoli. Can't pronounce last names, so he went straight with fuck your name on stage. Literally gave me that name and it just stuck. And I love it. XG. It's real simple. X, but my name's Xavier Guerrero. He couldn't say Guerrero.
He couldn't say Guerrero? Is that really how this came about?
Yeah, he couldn't say on stage, so he literally was up there. He said XG, and I was like, "That my name?" He's like, "That's your name from now on," and it just stuck. So,
and that's how I got renamed.
Yeah, I got renamed like that. It's a good one. It's a good one.
That's cute.
I think it might be my last one.
I didn't know that Tripoli was your dad like that.
Yeah, I think this might be my last one. I think there's a point in like you've had plenty, right? I think B's your last one. Is that your like name?
Gutierrez, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten all kinds of people will say Gutierrez, like
Gutierrez.
It's tough on stage,
or
they'll
just go goo. Yeah, you know what I mean. And you're just like,
I had someone bring me on by calling me Dammy, and I was like, "There's no fucking A, you fucking moron. Have you never even seen Demi Moore in a movie? Anything? Nothing. Jump off a bridge. Yeah. I don't fuck with people like that.
No,
Also, ask me if you don't know how to say my name before you introduce me.
What do you think about people with nicknames on stage? Like my homie goes up as Side Dick Eddie. Straight up, I swear. He's George Perez's homie. He's the side dick.
Was he at the show at the Post?
Dick Eddie,
Was he at the show at the Post?
No, no. But what do you think? You think that's appropriate? Would you like to bring up Side Dick?
I just think of Ed and Eddie.
Dick Eddie.
I feel like it's a little gimmicky.
You think so?
A little bit. But then again, XG, B. My real name isn't B.
It's Beth.
It's Beth. But
I like B better.
But literally nobody but my family calls me Beth. Like everybody.
Well, there's a difference between like a stage name and like a gimmicky stage name. I think.
But he owns up to it. He really is a side dick. Like I'm telling you, like he always comes through with that name.
If that's like the persona that you want to give for the rest of your career in that perspective, yo, all day, like go for that
It works
shit.
for him. Trust me. If
it works for him and he's down for that, like, yo, have at it. Live your life. You know what I mean? But if he's using it just to like,
oh no.
no,
No, definitely not. If you
Hello,
saw
my
him, you
baby. Hello, my
wouldn't
darling.
have think. It's like,
What does
he's
he
a
look
cult-
like? Describe Side Dick Eddie to me.
like soprano acting like, Tony Soprano kind of acts like that. A DJ at the strip club, a deadbeat dad.
So he really is a
he
Side Dick
really
Eddie.
is
It's who, yeah,
That's-
it's
yeah,
100%
that's really
him.
who he
That's what I
is.
mean. Like, but it's that thing where like,
Okay.
because you looked at me like XG, I was like, because people have told me like, well, I'm gonna bring you up XG, and they're like, what? I'm like, dude, just don't worry about it. Like, this crowd knows who I am. Just bring him up as XG. And it's that thing where it's like, sometimes I'm like, should I give him my name? Because right now you guys gave me this thing where like,
I mean, I'm always
Yeah.
open-ended with it. I mean, if you want to say out
Yeah, I
your
mean, I
whole
live it.
name. However, I mean, people I know you as XG, but,
I don't think your last name's hard to say.
it's
Guerrero?
not hard to say at all.
I've had people butcher it on stage, but I've also butchered
Were
people.
they from
I
Iowa?
I have butchered people's name, bringing them up,
Wait,
and I
say
feel
it one
so
more
bad.
time.
Butcher?
No, you're
Oh,
like stupid.
Guerrero, Guerrero.
Oh, I said
Guerrero.
Guerrero. See,
Yeah.
I already fucked it up. Guerrero.
Yeah, see, Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on.
Puts a lot of pressure on comics. I sometimes I get
It's
a lot of
not
pressure.
a lot of pressure
For
to
me,
say
it
your
is.
name correctly.
Dude, sometimes
If
It's
it was-
common fucking decency.
some people have some hard names. Like yours is pretty easy, but like some people it's like, dude, I can.
It's always the people with like the really long, like clearly like heritage based names, and you're just literally like I'm sorry, I need you to tell me. Like there are accents over these letters that I don't understand.
Sometimes I just want to
Yeah.
record them saying their name and then
and
play,
then play it.
up next for you guys. And then them
Pop.
recording their own name.
Exactly.
Because I just don't, I feel bad butchering it. And I've done it plenty of times where like, I'm just waiting for them to get off stage. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to ruin your life
Yeah.
today. No, I've had a few moments where I've brought someone up and I was like, I don't think I said that right at all. And then they get off stage and you can see the look that they give you and you're like, oh, I didn't say that right at all. And you're like, I'm so sorry. I said it exactly the way I heard you say it to me.
And the reason I take it for heart, because you know how it is in stand-up.
Yes.
It will burn a bridge real fast.
Real fast.
Real fast. This guy don't like you just because you fucked up his name. And
It's
you're
all
like,
about the
yo.
ego.
Yeah, and it's that thing where like I'm yo, that was not on purpose. English was my second language. I still don't have full-on citizenship. Leave
See,
me
you
alone.
can play that card. I can't.
Yeah. See, I tried it. I've done it before.
No, I can play the Ohio. If I can play the Ohio like super white card, if it's like a name where I have to roll an R,
See,
and
like,
they're like, you know what? I get it. You can't roll an R. You don't have a good tongue. I actually do. I do really well with that. But it's okay.
I'm terrible at rolling my R's.
Really?
I sound like the whitest white person ever. I said Gutierrez because I know how to say my last name, but if you ask me how to say my last name, I'll say Gutierrez, which is the whitest way of saying Gutierrez of all time.
You do that.
Yeah.
So, baby angel,
What's up?
I don't know why I called you an angel. You're not an angel. You're like the furthest thing fucking from it. The first time I ever did their show, the first time I ever met XG and E-Zone, he and I like just were screaming at each
E-Zone?
other.
E-Zone,
E-Zone
yeah.
is his podcasting partner for We Don't Smoke the Same.
Is it like
Is this the
host?
podcast that was in the basement with like the Simpsons stuff in the room?
Yeah.
Not a basement, surprisingly
But yeah,
not, but it
it's
does
that.
look
Yeah,
like a basement. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. It's a
I
great
watched
time.
part of that.
It's
Yeah,
a great
okay.
time.
I will have you on, definitely. Yes,
Yeah.
you're a stoner. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we just like ended up screaming at each other most of the podcast,
Yeah.
but it was a blast. So, how did you start smoking? I know you've been excited to tell this story.
It's a pretty good story. I've said it before, but it's actually okay. So it started summer between 8th grade and high school,
Okay.
and we
Okay.
lived on a cul-de-sac out there in like the IE. So like one of those 5-story homes, like you know,
Mhm.
you feel rich, but you're not. You know, right before the
You're
the
just on the
crash.
cusp, yeah.
Like, we shouldn't. They shouldn't have gave us this house. That was the house that my parents were like, "How do we have this?" But we're living
But
here.
I'm gonna take it.
And when the crash happened, we went down with it.
Oh no.
But it was right before that. We're living at the end of the cul-de-sac. Up top are like the more gangster. I wouldn't call them gangsters because there's no real gangsters in the Gulf, but they're like the most. They listen to Tupac, they're Biggie, and I'm like more like the soccer fuckboy wannabe still that I finally became. Good years later.
He's still that. He's still that. Yeah, he's never grown out of it.
Yeah, I never grew out of it. So I'm chilling and it's summertime. And for some reason, we're kind of vibing, and I was down the streets, and they're like, "Do you want to come play some cards, like poker?" I guess one of the kids' dad was a professional poker player when poker was cool online.
So this is where this started.
Yeah, like poker stars. That's when. So he invites us over, and he's kind of teaching us how to play. He's basically robbing us because he knows more than us, and so he's teaching us. And then eventually, it was that summertime. I'm like learning how to play, and one day they're like, "Hey, do you want to come over?"
Stop hitting the mic.
I'm like, "Do they want to come over?"
I didn't have to say it for once in my life.
Sorry.
That's fucking hilarious.
Sorry.
And then they asked me, "Do you want to come over during the summertime?" I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go." And I pull up.
I'm just happy to be invited.
Yeah, dude, trust me, I'm hanging out with the gangster kids. Like, this is super cool to me. I'm like a nerdy soccer playing kid where it's like, it's all about soccer.
Talk about football?
Yeah, so then I go up there and they're playing Call of Duty. And eventually one of like the cool kids, he's like, "I'll be right back." And like, "All right, hurry up, be right back." And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? They're not letting me in the loop, but like, because I didn't pitch in on the sack, which made a lot of sense. And then eventually the guy comes back and they bought a fucking dime sack. $10, but $10 when you're an eighth
kid,
grader,
that's a lot of money.
So they all pitched in on it, and like I said, we were playing Call of Duty in their game room, and obviously we can't smoke there because we're like fucking eighth graders, of course not.
Absolutely.
And then and like I said, this is like midsummer, so like all the parents are out working. My parents are working, his parents are working, everybody's parents are working. Like there's a reason we have these fucking houses, is because people were working, and they're like, "All right, so let's go smoke outside," and they pull out the apple. Infamous apple, because they're gonna smoke out of an apple. And
I like that everyone else like smoked out of a fucking fruit. I smoked out of a trashy Coke can.
Dude, watch this shit. You know me. You know flex for me. You know me. I always gotta be Mr. Cool Guy for some reason.
Of course.
And they're there.
For some reason.
Yeah,
it's your personality.
Yeah.
That's the fucking reason. Like,
and they're there. And they're there. We're in the backyard. And like I said, I'm kind of not. I don't know these kids. I'm still trying to be cool with them. So they pull out the apple and they're like, "You want to smoke?" And like everyone else says, "I've already done this before." I was like, "Yeah, of course." But I tell them I'm like, "We don't got to do this. Let's go use my uncle's bong in his closet." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you heard that? My uncle has a bong in his closet and he lives there and rents a room out in my house and no one's there. So let's go do that."
Let's go do that.
They're looking at me like, "Yo, why didn't you open your mouth a long time ago?"
They're like, "Wow, this dude's fucking cool.
Yeah,
you finally got the rep points that you wanted."
I'm getting the points I want instantly. And they're like, "Oh shit, we should have invited him a long time ago." So we go to my uncle's room. Typical like stone. He's like my dad's uncle. He's renting one of the rooms because, like I said, it was a big bedroom house. Parents can't afford it. We got to rent out a room.
We have definitely overshot our mortgage.
Yes, we definitely overshot. 100%.
We need to fucking subsidize this rent. Yeah.
So uncle is fucking living there. I know there's a bong there because it usually always kind of smells weird. And I really didn't know it was weed because at that age I didn't know, but it always smelled weird. And I knew there was for sure bong in there because as a kid, he had a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation. And one day I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your Xbox? You know, I mean, one of your PlayStation games?" He's like, "Yeah, go in the room. I'll tell you exactly where it's at. Second drawer." You think I stopped looking at second drawer? I found out
never do. You never do when you're a kid. You just go.
I found out what gaping was that day. I was looking for a FIFA 2007 game, and I found out what gaping was. I was so scared. I was like, "Wait, a what?" And I closed the closet down. I ran out, took the bong. I took the game with me. I saw the bong, so I knew there was a bong there. At the end of the day, so I tell the homies like, "Yo, let's go use this bong just so I can look cool." We go in the
How
bunk.
big is this room? Is it a big room or
we
is
go
it
in
a
his
tiny
closet. We go in his closet because he hot boxes his closet.
Right.
He's not. Yeah. So I know that's where he boxes. So at the end of the day, I'm like, I can just blame this on my uncle. So we go in the closet.
Honestly, smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. For
I'm
an
like
eighth
thinking,
grade kid,
dude,
you're like, how can I fucking get out of this if somebody
dude,
smells this?
I get even more like watch the story gets better.
Fucking asshole.
It gets fucking better. I tell the homies to go in there. Like I said, we barely have any weed. Never use the bong, by the way. We go in the closet. And obviously we get some cold water with some ice. They're pros, like I said. They're fucking gangsters. So it's not their first
Call
time
of
around
Duty
the world.
playing
Yeah,
gangsters.
Call of Duty playing gangsters. You know, they can get the sack. And we're in the
I
closet.
can't have no more of that.
We're in the closet and they fucking pack it. a packet in my uncle's closet. We put a towel under my uncle's closet because, you know, they know what they... I was like, hey, make sure I don't get caught. I still looking at him like, yo.
They're like, I know how to exactly to do this.
Even though I'm cool kid, I need you guys still to make sure I still don't get caught. So, dude, of course, they give me greens, right? Because, I mean, you Mando, it's my uncle's closet.
It's your house.
It's my ball. Yeah. So, I fucking... They load it up. I don't know how to... I take a hit. Super fat hit, first time smoking. I blow it out and I wet the whole weed.
No.
Oh, dude. And I'm coughing. And they're like, what happened? I play like, oh, I forgot how to hit it. I literally said I forgot how to hit it. I've never hit it. So I took a hit and then I blew
used that on
out.
several women before. I'm so sorry. I forgot how to hit it.
It gets worse. No, the story keeps going. So eventually they look at me and I'm like, you just wet the weed, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And that's when I think...
That's like a cardinal sin.
And that's when I think that's like blowing out the cocaine on the line, like, and it's gone. Like you're a beginner.
Like when you go to snort it and you're just, like...
So then eventually they take out the weed, the wet weed, and they put new weed, and they're like, okay, this is how you hit it, moron. We kind of figured out that you're lying to us. So they teach me how to hit it, and I take a fat hit. And I'm in there, and now the rotation's going, and I can't stop coughing that they kicked me out of my own uncle's closet. I can't
You're
stop
like, you
coughing,
fucking noob.
dude.
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I was ruining their high because I just couldn't stop coughing. They kicked me out of my own uncle's closet, dude.
Oh my God.
The rotation keeps going and they're smoking. And eventually, like, the session ends, they come out, we go back, we play Call of Duty for a little bit more. And this is when the paranoia starts kicking in. I'm like, dude, my parents are eventually gonna come home. I'm hot as shit. What am I gonna do?
They're gonna know.
They're gonna know. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna take a nap because they'll see me all groggy. But what am I gonna do about my eye drops? Oh, I fucking know. I'll tell them I went to a pool. So I get my swim trunks and I just wet them. Because I was
doesn't smell like chlorine at all. I was
swimming with my eyes open with the Clorox. That's why my eyes are so red, Mom. Like, duh. Like, you ever swim?
Oh my God,
genius.
you degenerate.
That's
so
genius.
smart.
You're like, I am the biggest cover
And then
up.
I knew my mom was gonna be like, well, where are the wet shorts at?
The
Bitch,
Bernie
they're
Madoff
drying.
of
Bitch,
weed.
they're drying. Like, go touch them. Fell asleep, woke up, still high, ate, and that was the first time I ever got high.
God damn.
Wow.
A little bit of a story.
I
A
like
little bit of
that
a genius. Like,
I like that you fucking covered your tracks so fucking hard.
Yep.
You're like, I'm gonna wet my swim trunks. Yeah, I was swimming, eyes open. Boom. Go to bed. Oh, that's why I'm so groggy and I'm so hungry because I swam.
Yeah.
And I worked off all my calories and now I need a snack.
Yep, first stoner. And then I didn't smoke for like 3 years.
I like that you got kicked out.
I deserved it. I'm not gonna lie.
That sounds like some shit that would happen to me. That's why I'm empathetic to it. I'm like, oh, because I cough really bad.
It was
so,
and I think they were being not mean to me, but when they figured out it was my first time, they let me milk it and then they ripped it. And I think they were being, and at that point I couldn't stop coughing. I'm just ruining their high, and they're like, get out. I took one hit, and that was it for the whole day, dude. And I thought I went swimming. Like, it was the whole situation.
Did you stay friends with those kids? Or was that like the one and done time that you guys hung out?
Those kids ended up in jail. Ended up not graduating. Deadbeat dads, to be exact.
Deadbeat Dad Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot
DBDC.
of friends. I have a lot of friends in that club. Not proud about it. I don't know why I'm friends with them, but I'm not lying. I got a lot of friends.
You're like, I won't name names because I really don't want to be associated, actually.
It's like, dude, just
I don't know. Get a vasectomy. It's easier.
Do you know you have to, they'll like ask you, like they'll make you go to a psychologist to find out if you...
You know, if you're a woman, they ask you, they literally tell you can't get a like hysterectomy until you're like 40. Unless like, and if you're married, they ask you if your husband is okay with it.
That's crazy.
Bullshit.
I mean, what if
I don't want
how
him.
bad do I have to
want
fail?
him.
How bad do I have to fail this test for you to fucking give me the vasectomy? Like, what is
Also,
this test?
I feel like if you fail that test, you definitely shouldn't be having kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is this test? Like, what is this test? Like, what do I have to say?
think it's supposed to be like about your like state of mind about maybe deciding about
like,
having kids.
hey, do you want to have kids?
Vasectomies are reversible. So like,
I also don't believe.
So I was a botched vasectomy baby. Like my dad had a vasectomy and it failed.
You know he's allowed to sue the hospital?
Yeah, they did. That's why my dad literally says I'm his favorite kid because I made him money on the way out.
You know, like your dad's happy it happened with his wife because he couldn't happen with his mistress.
Anyone else?
And now he's really fucked, and now he really needs to sue these motherfuckers because his marriage.
He's like, bro,
out the
you could have
window.
busted my shit wide
Yeah.
open.
You know, your dad was like, woo, I'm glad
I
that
dodged
one
that
happened.
fucking bullet, didn't I?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, my mom is
I've
my
always
mom
thought
is
about
too
that.
nice. No, and it's funny because I'm both of their favorite kids. Like, sorry to my sister who definitely thinks she's the favorite, but I'm definitely both of their favorites. My
Everybody
dad
thinks that.
No, my dad will
I know
straight
I'm
up tell everyone all the time. And same with my mom. My
It's kind of
mom
narcissistic when you think you're the favorite, though. Like, I don't believe I am. And I no offense, I don't think you, like, I believe that you don't are either. Because I know, like, we're
I
like,
know that means
yeah,
that.
but you work for The Simpsons and shit, so I kind of maybe believe your parents love you. We're like, oh, look, that's my daughter's work. For me,
My
like,
dad literally sends his friends my credits.
yeah, it's pretty
Like
cool.
my dad will literally,
Okay.
he'll be like, oh, did you see the Halloween episode of The
Maybe
Simpsons
you are the
this
favorite.
weekend?
I take it back. Maybe you are the favorite.
No, wait, I don't think I'm the favorite in personality. I think I'm the favorite in bragging rights. They're like,
Wow.
you're the only kid I can like truly like. I mean, my other siblings do well for themselves, except for the fucking jailbird. But so besides that bitch, they all do okay. So like, I literally think that my dad only likes me for the fact that he can send my IMDb page to people.
That's pretty. That's
Like
good
that's
flex.
literally it.
I don't even
Other
have
than that,
an
I'm a loud
IMDb
mouthy
page.
bitch. And my dad's like, my dad's side of the family is like very Southern rooted. So like the fact that I'm a loud mouthy woman who's literally like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. I don't think he likes that.
My parents barely speak English. I try to tell them I work for Dr. Green Thumb in Sin in the Membrane, and they had no fucking idea. And it kind of hurt my soul because I think I should have got like maybe a
clap?
like dope. They were like, huh?
They're like,
I
can you
gotta
buy
do-
back that house that we
Yeah.
had?
They're like, do you know fucking Vicente Fernandez? I was like, bro, no, he's dead. I don't know this fool. But yeah, no, I'm like, my parents can't. There's nothing for my parents to flex on like you. That's pretty dope, though.
No, I think your parents could flex about you.
What?
I mean, you get
We
to...
don't smoke the same show?
Yeah, but no, you get to do... No, I
A
think...
show that
I
tells
think
people not to take vaccines?
Getting to do... Okay, yeah, let's not...
Do you want me to
little
keep
bitch,
going?
I knew you were going
You
to
want
bring
me to
it
keep
up.
going? A George Perez story where all we talk about strippers?
Okay, minus what you actually discuss, but you actually get to do something that you love and
Yeah, I
get
do agree
paid
with
for
that.
it, which most fucking people cannot say that they do.
Yeah, but
You are a piece of shit, but at least you're a piece of shit that gets paid to be a piece of shit. And also, people might not know this, but you are genuinely a big softie underneath the very hard shell of an exterior
Yeah,
that
so
you
is Andrew
fucking built
Tate.
up. Screeches and feminism. Like, what?
I'm kidding.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What a person!
I want to shove you
throw
off a
out
bridge
there.
right now. So is Andrew Tate. You dick.
He's a softie. You don't think he's a softie at heart?
Bitch. No.
What would he say?
He's about as soft as Jared from Subway's dick when kids are around. Like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know if he would. I don't know if he could admit it. I don't know if he could admit it if he was.
If he was a softie?
Like, I don't think that'd be something he would tell anybody ever.
Yeah, no. I mean, but that's I
That's
don't
a
like,
brand. You got to protect the brand.
Yeah, like I would admit, I don't think Trump would ever call himself a softie.
Piss
Like
on
it's those
me. I
people
swear
that
to
they
God,
that the
I'm not
people
soft.
it's those people that play that persona that you can't they're like that person, like Joe
And they're
Rogan.
always the
Joe Rogan plays
softest.
that guy, but he's a softie.
He is a
Like,
softie.
you can tell he's a softie. Like The Rock, I still think you can tell he's at the end. I think one day with this, like when
The
he plays
Rock?
those movies, like when he
Such a
plays the little,
softie.
yeah. These
Like
guys
the
are.
way he
These
talks
guys
about
play
his
these
daughter,
persona.
you're like,
yeah.
you big-hearted boy.
Yeah, and how does Trump talk about his daughter? If she wasn't mine, I'd fuck her. He's
at least a chub about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's not a softie. That's always trying to be a fucking douchebag.
That fucking guy. What do you feel about DeSantis?
Well, I'm still a fucking not full citizen, so I cannot like him. He's out there letting people not work. Which has always been the rules though in general. I don't even him. He's just enforcing them now.
What's up, babe? Hotboxing my dog.
Doesn't he get used to it?
Oh, she's very used to it, but she wants to come hang out with you. It seems.
Nope.
Maybe not.
She
like,
wants out.
She's like, "Where's Mark?" Just waited for the door. Go ahead, Moo. But you gotta stay out there.
Nope.
Moo,
Come on.
Okay. All right. High
She's
five.
gonna unplug XG's phone.
I think she just wants to walk around a little bit.
She's like, I just need to stretch my little legs.
Yeah.
Oh, mama. Yeah. No. So wait, how did you and E-Zone meet? Because I've always like been curious about this because I met you guys and it was just kind of one of those things where Rock was like, hey, do you want to come on this podcast? I think you get along really well with the guys. And I was like, yeah, sure. Sounds cool.
So I met E-Zone through so I've been working for George Perez for like about 6-7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And one time George was like, hey, I'm gonna do the Dr. Green Thumb. You want to come with me? I want a road dog. Mm-hmm. And that's an easy yes. For I'll cancel whatever
without
I'm doing.
hesitation.
Yeah, so I'm
Without
like, of
hesitation.
course. So I go.
Oh my God.
And I go and I'm in background noise, but I meet E-Zone because E-Zone's in background noise too. So
yeah, you guys are at the same level of background noise.
No, he's way higher than me at the point, but there was no way I'm going to talk to Be Real. So when I saw E-Zone, I was like, hey, I'm George's assistant. Thank you for booking them, type of shit. And then he got my number, and I was like, if you guys are looking for a spot to intern, I'd love to intern here.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later,
And
I'm his
then here
co-host.
we are.
Yeah, 3 years later, I skipped the intern. I went to co-hosting with him, and it's been fun ever since.
Hell yeah. If you never go for it, you never fucking know.
Oh,
so
dude.
hell yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. This all started because a radio station would have hired me. So I said, if they're not going to hire me, then how do I get my own shit? And I just went down Joe Rogan's list. I found out which comedians lived 30 miles away from me or anybody lived 30 miles away from me. I DM'd 7 fools with basically the same message. Hey, I'm a kid in high school. These guys won't hire me. I'll work for you for free. I just want a percentage of whatever we make. George got one. Bert Kreischer got one. I think like 4 other comedians, and George was the one that hit me up.
I had no idea that's how you guys
I'm
started.
a DM baby. I'm always in the
hustler.
DMs, dog. Yeah, no, but yeah, I hit him up, and then from there on, I started working for George. And one day, I'm a huge tinfoil. I've been a conspiracy fan before they were cool.
Oh, I know.
Before they were cool, just so everyone knows.
I was into conspiracy theories before everyone else thought that JFK was killed by the guy they convicted.
Dude, before the towers went down. And from there, I'm working for George. Kind of on the low, like I'm not really making money. I'm still serving, still like we're just doing podcasting
still doing
once
anything
a week.
else to get by, but that's the passion.
Yeah, and then I'm a huge conspiracy fan. I'm listening to Sam Tripoli show, and on his show, which shout out to Ryan, I'm cool with him now. Him and Ryan got into a fight, and Sam Tripoli says, "Hey guys, me and Ryan aren't going to be doing the show anymore. If any of you guys want to help out, I would love some work. Let me know." George, you don't really like hook it up enough. Can you introduce me to Sam, please? He's like, he has shows on Tuesdays at 7:00. I'll meet you there. I'm living in Lake Elsinore at the moment.
Oh,
so
shit.
it's a long
It's a track. That's a track.
It's a track, yeah. So I drive out there.
Did you at least have your own car so that you didn't have to borrow somebody's shit?
No, I was at least that good enough.
I mean, listen,
So
I know
then,
you bum me. You make sushi for your girls instead of taking them out.
So then, I just show up to the Comedy Store, and then I George, Sam's right there. And then
fucking say something.
And then Sam's like, and they're not like really, they're homies, but they're not like people that see each other.
They're not like people that like go out of their way to see each other.
So then George goes out of his way, and he's like, hey, what's up, Tripoli? And he's like, hey, and let me introduce you to my assistant. And Sam said, be there at 11. I was there at 10:00.
Yep.
Fucking did watch 3 movies on that conspiracy because I was like, I'm ready. I talked
You're I
said 2 sentences. I said 2
badly.
sentences that episode because I wasn't all nervous. But I tell people, just dude, like you said, you got to take it.
You go for whatever.
Go for it. Like I saw you. Like I was so happy when I saw you on the Chaos show. Because I was like, it's because she was at Rick Thorne's show. Sam said, this girl's funny. And then when I saw her, I was like, that's how it works. People don't understand. Just being there sometimes is all that's all you need, is just being there.
Sometimes you just need to be in the room at the right time, and you just have to talk to the right person for literally 15 seconds.
And not be scared. There's been times where Sam's like, you want to go up on site at the store. And it's that thing, I'm like, You could have told me all day. I could
I
have
could
prepared.
have been prepared. Yeah,
But-
I could have
Oh,
had
no,
a set list.
I would love that. I'd be like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you like them like that?
Oh, I love them like that. If you give me a
No.
surprise show. So my whole motto is you lead with your dick and the rest follows. Like if you fucking go balls to the wall right out the gate, like the crowd is just gonna be there with you or they're not. Because like they're either gonna love you or they're gonna be like, okay, that was a lot. And I mean my set, you've seen my set. Like
Dude, that's
I'm
why
a
they
lot.
love you. Some guys like, dude, she came in hot.
Yeah,
Early,
exactly.
came in hot early.
If
and
like
then
you come in
want
afraid of
early,
them,
yeah.
they feel like they have power over you. But if you come in at them like I will fucking gut you like a pig where you stand, they're like, okay, I'm in for it. This is hot. Like,
Yeah.
just saying.
So you like them spontaneous?
I love a
Yeah.
spontaneous show. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always. I find some of your best sets are the spontaneous shows.
My shows are kind of crowd work heavy, so it kind of depends on if the audience is feeling it or not, you know.
Mm.
But I do pretty.
Damn,
I
I wish
do
I was
okay.
more crowd ready. I'm so like I know where I can do crowd work, but if it comes where I don't need it, I'm
like,
like
I
I
don't
will
want it.
ignore the fuck out of it. Nope, shut up. It's a train going by. Move out the way.
Blinders.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's why I saw your set. You're very like interactive, which is like so like it's the best. But I see how you say sometimes it doesn't work out as well as like because I've tried it and sometimes like oh dude, like you said they're not fucking with you.
Yeah. So then you go into your,
Yeah,
you just got to read the room.
Yeah.
I like to read the room.
I know it's dope. It's dope. Man, I'm still there where I'm like, bro, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. I've seen your set though. I feel like you're slightly interactive with people. You're not completely
It's
cold
he
off
has
forever.
that boyish charm that makes him feel like he's interacting with the crowd, even if he's just talking at them.
boyish charm.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, not in, like, a very
way of
nice
saying
way.
mad fuckboy energy.
He does have mad fuckboy energy. I was
I
definitely
don't
trying
know
to
how to
say
get.
it.
Sam tells me I don't know how to get rid of it. I really
You
don't
can't.
know. I
Have you
can't.
fucking seen your TikTok? You fucking can't get rid of it.
But on stage, like,
He
like
loves
Sam,
it.
Sam tells me.
Hey, you don't know how to get rid of it.
Sam tells me don't get. Okay, Sam tells me don't get a haircut.
You don't know how
Wait
to
up.
get
Sam tells
rid
me.
of
Listen,
it.
Sam tells me stop getting haircuts. I've been getting a haircut every week since I was 14. It's who I am. Like, yeah, I know what's to stop
like,
doing.
listen, this is
I don't have to
exactly-
wear these shoes. I can wear some grimy shoes, but then it's not who I am. That's what I mean. And it's just it's like Brendan Schaub's. It's hard for us.
being a
No,
fuckboy
no, no,
is
no,
just-
no. Everything that just came out of his mouth is such trash. It's such trash. Motherfucker came in here wearing a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey and is a Kings fan, but he's
But it matches the shoes.
wearing the jersey because it matches his motherfucking shoes. So
That's what we call fashion,
that
darling.
tells me everything I need to know about this situation. As a result, all right, motherfuckers.
Do you like Lizzo?
Yeah, I like Lizzo. She's all right.
You should ask him how he feels about Lizzo.
No, why you put me in these positions?
Because I literally think about it all the time. One of my friends the other day was like, I just don't like Lizzo and I don't know why. And I was like, I know a bitch like you.
What's the stance on Lizzo? Am I gonna be?
That she can barely stand
Am I
for a
trying?
long time.
I think her and her money don't give a fuck what your opinion of her
That part
standing
right
I'm pretty
is.
sure her health's gonna start telling her it cares a lot pretty soon.
Also, no, like that bitch can play a fucking flute and do a huge dance routine. And
how she's still overweight.
If I was playing the flute while just fucking somebody for 10 minutes, I'd have a fucking
I
panic
literally
attack.
feel like she loses all this weight because she works so hard on stage, and then she literally gets off on stage like, I gotta eat it. I gotta eat it up because I gotta
Or
stay
maybe
like
she has
this.
a thyroid issue. Who knows?
Then say that and
Say
let everybody
that.
know.
Also,
That'd
I
help
will
out
say
a lot of
that
people.
woman has made the best shapewear. I got sent some of it from a company. And holy shit, I wore it under like my dress for the Margaret
Yeah.
premiere. And I was like, ooh, I feel amazing right now. I mean, I'm relatively tiny, but it's still
Like, why would you buy something she made? That makes no sense.
because it's really good.
Yeah, but like you like
It comes in all
Don't get
sizes,
scared to say what you want to say.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't buy.
I'm next to her ass.
No. I'm
Say
saying
what you're gonna
I'm
say,
saying
'cause we'll discuss.
I said I wouldn't buy something from a big guy wearing it because I don't think it's meant for me.
So if Big from Robin Big, R.I.P., had like made like a clothing line, but it had stuff in your size, you wouldn't buy it because it's not for you.
It's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt.
Yeah,
You
but
can't fuck up a
Lizzo stuff,
t-shirt.
like,
You can't fuck up a
shapewear.
t-shirt. You said it's a bodysuit.
No, it's shapewear. So
What's
like,
shapewear?
like
Okay, I don't even know what a
usually,
shapewear
like,
is.
Usually like a top or like a dress or something that like cinches your waist. Yeah. All the girls that
So
you
it makes
fuck,
it smaller?
wear them.
Huh?
All the girls you fuck,
I've
wear them.
taken their clothes off. I don't ever see whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, babe, you don't have to see it. It's one of those things that like you take it off and you just think it's a normal thing.
I am pretty
Hides
drunk.
in
I am
plain
pretty
sight.
drunk usually. I'm agree. I don't know what I'm taking off. Usually I don't know what it is. If you ask
But
me
I'm just saying, if I will not lie, like as a smaller woman who has been small my entire life, I never thought about shapewear until like probably like 2 years ago. And it was mainly just because like I was like, I really want something like that will slide under. Like I start getting really into like see-through dresses, but I didn't want it to be completely see-through. So I got really into those. And I will say I trust a bigger woman to tell me how to like tame down everything than I trust a skinny bitch any day. Any day.
Skinny bitches have lumps and bumps and shape and curves too.
I know. I'm
they
not
do.
saying that we don't, but I'm just saying that if Lizzo is at her going, I have this amazing shapewear that's gonna fucking snatch you, I'm
To
gonna
be
trust
fair,
her.
so does Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
Skims.
but I trust that all her snatching is actually a fucking plastic surgeon's doing.
Well, she's also super plastic surgeon now.
Who?
Kardashians, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So like that's another thing.
I think that's what that is.
That's another thing. Why would you take advice from a girl that's plastic out? If I'm a girl, I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna get it from the girl that looks the most like me. Because I want it to help me out.
I get that.
Like I just said, if I don't have plastic on me, why am I buying something from Kim Kardashian? I don't want her.
I don't get the
taste.
plastic surgery thing. I don't get it.
What about the Botox and the lips and the fillers and the?
Have you seen how flat these lips are? You think I've had fucking lip fillers? Are you kidding me? These are like little baby lips. I haven't had anything up in
I
these.
don't know.
No, it's never been a thing that I've been like, yeah, I need to get that done.
Oh, my opinion on all that shit is
I say do whatever you feel that makes you feel best, but
Yeah.
it ain't been for me. I mean, I'm also aging decently well.
They do it for guys. Have you ever seen the YouTube commercials?
Oh,
Yeah, they'll be like, this guy, I filled in my
The
chin.
chin.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know, like the
Yeah, it
whole
was
Zac
like- it was
Efron.
more- it was like
I
a-
bet you know about this, you conspiracy theorist,
what?
about how Zac Efron supposedly broke his jaw, and that's why he like looks as fucking like jawed out as he does now.
Yeah, wow.
You should look into that. It's a thing. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But I think it's really just Botox and a surgery. I don't know. He's real square jawed now.
A lot of the headliners at the Comedy Store look like they have Botox. A couple of them.
I think I know exactly whom you're referring to, and I'm not gonna say anything
A
because.
couple of them.
So I know we got into podcasting, but why did you get into stand up? Was it because of George or?
I'll say this, been blessed thanks to both people that hook it up. So I always thought stand up was dope. Obviously it's amazing. You see it on TV and like, how does this fool do that? And not saying I never want to do it. It's always a thing that everybody kind of in a way wants to think about doing, but I always wanted to be radio. It's my thing. I wanted to be the big boy, like.
Hence the initial internship try.
Yeah. So I used to, well, and the reason I'll tell you why I always wanted to be a radio show, because I mean, I'm Mexican. What do Mexicans do when they're working? They're listening to the radio. And I always say, I was like, damn, that's such a better
That's
job.
actually the baddest job.
Yeah, and you're just talking
What am I doing?
shit.
I'm in a
music.
studio in air
Yes.
conditioning while you're listening to me
Yes.
outside.
So as a little kid, I was like, bro, that's goals. Like, instead of working here, I'm listening to you play music and you're bumping. So that's where it all started. So I'll be honest with you. I always wanted to do radio. So then
That makes
that's
sense.
where
You have a good
podcasts-
face for radio.
Yeah, then that's why. And then that's why podcasts come in. That's where podcasts come in.
Yeah.
And I started working for George, obviously, and like anything else. George books a comedy show, and it's kind of like a George Press story show because the ball's rolling, but the traction is rolling on the podcast, and they're all saying, "Is XG gonna go up on stage?" And I'm like, no, dog, like I barely can talk on camera without it. With like, I can barely put sentences across with the mic and no one watching me. Like, no. And then George says,
let alone in front of an audience. Yeah.
And then George says, I'll give you $150.
Wait, your first time doing stand-up, you got paid?
I've been paid every time.
You fucking bitch.
I think there's like a handful of times where I haven't not got paid. Yeah. So that's how the ball started. And I said no. And George was like, I'll help you out. I won't write anything, write shit down, and I'll help you out. And I said,
I'll let you know what to trim, basically.
Yeah. And I said, for real? He's like, all you do is 5 minutes. At that time, I'm serving. You know how long it takes to make $150? And I'm like 21 at the time?
Yeah.
22?
Yeah,
so
that's a lot of money at that time.
So
especially for like no time at all.
And I'm super nervous. Like it was no goal, no plan of me to kind of really do it because I always just wanted to do radio.
Yeah.
So I do it. It gets the buck. Kind of like it. Then Sam sees that I'm doing it. And then Sam's like, you're down. But it's all I tell people. It's also not just me going on stage. I'm booking flights. I'm booking Ubers. I'm carrying the merch. Like it's not just because
it's just the perk. It's a perk added on to being an assistant.
Yeah. So I tell people it's not because I'm funny. It's not that I sat there and they were like, bro, this is fucking the next Dave Chappelle. Nah, they were just like.
It's not like they heard me and they're like, you know what, this guy gets it.
Yeah, they were just like, he's all right. He kind of. He's all right.
Yeah, we had a feature that dropped. Yeah. So let's just throw it in.
So I just got the ball rolling, and ever since like, I've been blessed, and I lived with George for about a year. I lived with George for about a year, so that also helped.
Yeah, I mean, being around a comic
all day, every day, getting roasted every day. I went through a breakup with them. That's the worst when they're like, every joke is about your girlfriend. Why did you guys break up?
Did you dump her or did she dump you?
So we were together for like about 4 years, and then I was serving, and she was making more money than me. I was serving at the time, and then I was podcasting.
What was she doing?
Like some lawyer shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's... Always. Yeah.
This fucking guy. Always, baby.
And so she's and then I started doing stand-up with Sam, and she just said, she's like, typical me, if I'm ever famous, me, I'd have 2 girlfriends. If I was ever on the road, and she never really, I didn't think it was gonna happen, she didn't think it was gonna happen, and then eventually Sam's like, you wanna come on the road with me? She's like, you go on the road, it's over. And then I'm driving with Sam to one of the shows, and she's like, why are you so quiet? What's wrong with you? And I was like, well, I'm going through this. This girl said if I keep going on the road with you, we have to break up and this and that. And he's like, you break up with her, you're on the road with me for the rest of the year. I came back and I was like, we dumb, baby girl. And then that was it.
You know what? I'm actually good on this relationship because this career opportunity,
So then after that,
decent pussy, but fine.
Yeah. So then after that, like 2 months later, she unfollowed me on Instagram. I think it was just look too good on the stories.
She was like, I don't want to hear about your road girlfriends.
Good call though. She made it a lot easier me, so I didn't have to cheat and shit.
So you didn't have to cheat? Oh my God, Savior.
I'm kidding, obviously. That's why I broke up
he's
with her.
not.
Demi brought me.
That's for sure.
Come on, Mama. You want to come sit?
Moose.
She's back. She's probably so high right now.
How'd she get that name?
Huh?
How'd she get the name? I'm not the first one to ask. I'm pretty sure it's probably like the third, fifth time it's been asked.
So I actually, she's definitely high. Come on. So she was originally, I just did like a Cardinal Mike said. I just hit it against the table. There you go, baby. So originally, she's a rescue from China. I don't know if I ever told you this. Yeah. She's a Chinese meat market dog.
Wait, is that for real?
That's for real.
She's not funny?
Not funny, haha. Like funny, sad.
So some people like look at her like yum?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so she was like a meat market dog from Yulin, and I actually had given up trying to find another dog. I was like, it's fine. I'm just not finding the right one. I was actually volunteering at a German Shepherd rescue here in LA trying to find the right dog. And a friend of mine was like, hey, my neighbor is like working for this rescue. They have a dog whose foster dropped out. Could you like help out with her? And I was like, I'll at least meet her. We'll see. fucking halfway through day 1 with this dog, I was like, how much money do you want for her? I will give you whatever you want. We're good. And because our first foster dropped her because she was too loud.
She's the quietest dog ever.
She was the quietest dog I've ever had in my entire life. And so she knew like a few Chinese commands and she knew the name Moose. So I let her keep Moose, but she had to learn English and sign language for commands because my nephew's autistic. So he only speaks through sign. But I really wanted to name her Eevee because I feel like she looks like the Pokemon Eevee.
Oh, I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what I wanted because I'm a fucking nerd. But I'm obsessed with her. She's kind of the best dog in the
So
world.
you like anime and stuff?
Yeah. I'm a demon
Are you
slayer
gonna go
girl.
are you gonna go to the anime expo that's gonna be here?
I didn't.
He's one's trying to dying to get me to go.
Yeah. Well, because he just went to Japan, right?
Oh yeah, he's
like super into that
he won't
culture.
shut the fuck about she won't shut the fuck up about the toilets.
I didn't get to talk
That's
to him.
all he talks about.
Oh, the bidets?
Yeah, he's like they're
bidets?
everywhere, dude.
They
I
fucking
would
clean your ass for you,
he's
bro.
like, you know how here you wait till you'll wait till you get back to your hotel. He's like, over there if I had to take a shit, I took a shit.
Yeah, because the toilets are nice
yeah,
everywhere.
He literally was telling me like they have music and it's like
They really believe it's sacred when you have to take a shit.
No, I mean, yeah, it's that whole thing where I'm like, and he won't just shut up about it. And I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah, no, I know he's super, super into that culture. I'm definitely like a demon slayer girly. I also am like really into like.
Fuck no, I'm not into any of that nerd shit.
I enjoy anime. I think it's fun.
No,
I think it's fun.
No.
Okay, first of all,
Pokemon,
so
come on,
I
Pokemon.
haven't got. Okay, first of all, Pokemon is amazing. But I haven't gotten to talk to E-Zone since we released. Because I was really curious. I meant to text him actually, and I forgot because I'm a bad friend. But we had the anime segment for The Simpsons for our Treehouse of Horror episode this year. And I really wanted to know how he felt about it because he's a huge Simpsons fan and a huge anime fan. So that had to feel like the Super Bowl of crossover for him. And also, I love that episode.
You drink Coors?
Huh?
Do you drink Coors? Your beanie?
Oh.
You're just wearing it?
I'll have a Coors.
You're not a big drinker?
I'm not a big drinker.
Right now.
I do drink. I'm not gonna say I don't drink. I'm not like a fucking.
No,
you've
You've never been a huge drinker, but right now you've been smoking more than you've been drinking.
The beanie said like I said I drink here and there. That's what I was asking. I was like,
it's an I drink here
I was
and
like,
there.
why don't we have? So I was like, why is the girl with the beanie? With
I asked her if she wanted something, but she didn't want anything.
Yeah, I normally, if somebody asks me, hey, you want to go get a drink? I'm normally a no. Yeah. I'm gonna go smoke outside.
Yeah.
It's not true. She always says yes to me.
Yeah, but
it's because I'm loved.
We go places specifically, and we'll be okay.
Where you said you were from?
I'm originally fuck, man.
What?
I get asked all the time. I'm originally from Salt Lake City, Utah.
You get asked all the time because no one can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give me very West Coast vibes. Like
Yeah.
Cali vibes. Like very Cali vibes.
Like very OC, right?
Yeah, very OC.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's why I said I was like, but
like
for some
Huntington.
Reason, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that in a good way because I love Huntington. My family lives in Huntington.
You want to be known from Utah? You don't give Utah vibes at all. And I've been there a couple times. It's cool. It's beautiful, but it's very...
No high necklines and haven't given head her entire life.
Oh, God. Utah is full of Mormons, but it's also not.
No, dude. No. I've done stand up there. And the people that show up are obviously not Mormons, and they're fucking great people, and they grow some bomb ass weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why I don't know.
That's the judge of the whole thing.
Desert weed,
always
baby.
the judge.
Desert weed.
It's always the judge of a place is how good their weed is. Yeah, like where is it? Rhode Island, good ass weed over there.
Rhode Island does actually have some fire shit, and it's because like no one gives a fuck about what's going on in Rhode Island.
It's fire. What made you move down here?
I was married, so I moved down here to be with the person I was with.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm divorced.
Yeah,
there.
I would hope so.
He's actually dead.
I was like, if not, you sound like my dad.
Play on, playa. Play on.
Dude, he's not stopping. That fool's not stopping.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know. It's cool, but
is it?
when your girlfriend's the age as your oldest daughter, I told him like, yo, dog, that's it. Like,
yeah,
I love you.
that's the cap.
Yeah,
I think
that's why I said
the
the cap
Like,
is the age of your oldest
you can't
daughter.
date
You can't.
the same age as one of your kids that are
That's
like
literally
that's
what I said. Like play on player, but like let's chill.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like if my even if my brother were to date someone the same age as me, that would really bother me because my brother's like 12 years older than me.
I'm sure you've dated someone close to 12 years older than you. So don't let her stop you, my boy.
That's not true.
No.
That's not true.
How
I
old then?
haven't. I think the oldest I've dated is 33.
How old were you at the time? Not now, at the time.
At the time, 26.
7 years.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Still never as old as my brother. That would be weird for me.
I don't think
weird
I've ever
standard
had a
about
jump
it.
more than like 2 years in age difference.
Unless you're Colin Farrell.
For me.
If it was Colin Farrell, I would do whatever. It's fine. That's it for me.
Colin, really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen him
And
in
she
the...
said, yeah, like super turned on, like he just walked in. Yeah, he's here. Like,
No, Colin Farrell is so hot. Like, have you like him in The Gentleman and Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman? I mean, he's like,
I don't
it's
know.
the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
I'm a dude, but I'm so glad she's here to like.
Banshees of
Yeah.
Inisherin.
Yeah,
He's hot in that, even though he's a fucking dumbass in that movie. I'm a big fan. I also just saw a really hot video of him at the WGA strike in New York where he's like yelling about like producers need to get back to the people. And I was like, I knew I wanted to fuck you for a reason. Listen,
That's your co-host. I'm here for one episode.
I'm not responsible for
Wait,
for
so
what
who
turns
would
this
be
bitch on
your
and what
celebrity
doesn't?
that you would want to fuck that is like not like everybody's normal celebrity? I feel like you have pretty basic choices.
Super basic, like the most basic, like.
Who's number one on your list?
There's a couple of them, like.
Do you not want to
like
say them in case they're
J-Lo.
attainable?
J-Lo's obviously on the category.
Ben will kill
If
ya.
she's older. I mean, if we're going older,
Okay.
and I know I'm just there for a little bit, just like everyone else.
Not here for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm just here for a
I
good
know,
time.
dude. I'd be lucky if I catch her with 2 movies. I'd be lucky if I'm on 2 red carpets. If I marry J-Lo,
Mhm.
I'd be lucky 2 red carpets. 3 red carpets, she's dusting me off. She's finding a new
She's
pool.
like looking through
Yeah.
the crowd like you
There's
might do
there's
next.
a side
yeah.
piece in the crowd. The side piece is in the crowd,
Honey, I'll
and
see
she's
you
already
after this at the
she's already
W.
scoping them out, which is cool because I'll be scoping out too at that point because I'm like, okay,
You're like, all right,
I've
so
been
I
here
might not get J-Lo again, but I'm gonna get the next level down.
Dude, yeah, that's Jenny from the block. I know better.
Who would be your person?
I ain't answering that fucking
Tell me!
question. Who, like, okay.
I already said mine, Colin Farrell.
Just older. I went older.
Colin
to
Farrell
me,
and
like
James
an older
McAvoy.
choice?
an older
Matty
choice.
Because I feel like this is very depending on like where you're at in your life, what you're into, all those types of things. Like who I liked when I was way younger, I'm way.
Do it now.
Who was it? Who was it when you were way younger?
Oh, let's see. Let me think of a good one from when I was way. Okay, all right. Oh, it's
Right.
such an embarrassing one, but I feel like it's relatable.
Let me see.
It's gonna age me because you don't know how old I am.
I don't. Yeah, I don't look old to me. Actually, you look way young. You look at my age or younger.
I ask it every time. How old do you think I am?
I'm 30, so I would say you're probably like 27. Is that right?
Mark is losing
right?
it in there.
Did I
It's
get?
because we've tried this multiple times, and I love the answers.
No,
I don't
always
get mad at that
listen, if I were you, yes.
shit. Baby, I
I
am
am that
42.
You're fucking lying.
I'm not lying.
What the? What weed do you smoke? Like, what is it you're doing? Like, no, for real. I wouldn't even like.
No, doesn't she look fucking
you-
amazing?
Yeah, even if you would have said I'm old, like trust me, if you would have said, yo, go a little higher, I'm old. I would have said 35 tops. But 40 just cause like I'm like, all right, Demi, she's so old. 40.
Yeah, I'm
Just
42.
Wow. Yeah. So
Well,
I said
I'll
no.
be 42
Wow.
this coming month. in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have definitely gave your age. Who is it?
When I was in high school, all right, like if we're thinking back to those years, that was like Warped Tour era, very 90s music, right?
give me
Mid 90s,
18
late
different colors of
90s.
bands.
And I was super like, I crushed super hard. It's so fucking embarrassing, but it's kind of not. It's Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray.
Absolutely. Every morning there's a hit.
Fuck Fuck you, Mark.
Mark is like, absolutely fucking not.
I was like 18 years old when that shit was
Oh
popping.
my God.
So, yeah, Sugar Ray was one of them. One of mine for all time is always and forever Ice Cube.
I get that.
It's like
I
the
get
most
that. Ice Cube
generalized,
seems like
probably.
he'd tell you what to do in the bedroom. That's hot.
Oh.
I don't think that's how she saw it.
That's
I
not
would
how
just
she
hear-
saw it. I was
I would
definitely
just hear.
thinking,
I think he'd be asking, "Are we there yet?" a lot.
Jesus. But Ice Cube kind of, honestly, Ice Cube
And I don't know
kind
your
of,
answer, but
Ice Cube kind of dates me too, though.
you fucking
honestly.
asshole.
You know? So.
This has been a time. Oh, God. Well, I'm glad we could finally wrangle you down. Have you come on the pod.
yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
That's great.
God, let J-Lo know that you said hey.
Dude, she knows. I've mentioned her a lot. She's definitely. I'll take a. I'll
Tell
put
them where the people can find you.
Yeah.
I'll put a ring on it. Follow me at Actually Marks the Spot. We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. George Press Stories and Tinfoil Hat, wherever all that conspiracy shit. George Press, We Don't Smoke the Same stuff. And then I'm gonna have you ladies on our show, so you
Yeah,
can see them soon to get them high over
Exactly.
there. It'll be fun.
it'll be all right.
It'll be a blast.
Good time. Thanks, guys. We got to get Moose out of here. She's been hotboxing in the studio for too long.
Okay, bye.
Bye.